Stop worrying about homework and start learning with confidence. This is Ask Learn. Complete help for every subject. Like, share, subscribe for daily learning videos.
Continuing on in this podcast series, we will be looking at molarity in this podcast. And molarity can be defined as the number of moles of solute per litre of solution. So if molarity in terms of M is the moles of solute divided by litres of solution. So here we have a series of numbers and a given situation all to do with our chemicals. So the first thing that we're calculating is our moles of our solute. So we have rearranged that previous equation, as you can tell, and our moles of solute is equal to 0.1235 multiplied by 0.04714 litres. That is equal to 0.00582 moles. So the moles of sodium hydroxide are equal to the combined moles of hydrogen bromide and hydrogen chloride. Therefore, the total number of HCl and HBr moles is equal to 0.00582. And it's also equal to NaOH. So after our neutralization, the aqueous AgNO3 will be added and we precipitate out the ions as AgCl and AgBr. And so our moles of AgBr and AgCl are equal to moles of HBr and HCl, which is equal to, again, that number that we've already calculated. So we assume that the moles of AgCl is X and the moles of AgBr we can solve for. So moles of AgBr is equal to 0.00582 take away X moles, where X is AgCl. So the molar mass of AgCl is 143.32 grams per mole. So our moles of AgCl is calculated, and with the mass of AgCl divided by the molar mass of AgCl, then we rearrange for the mass of AgCl, which is what we're trying to determine, which is 143.32x mole. Because we still have that unknown mole, and then we do the exact same for our mass of AgBr. That is 1.092 take away 187.77 x per mole. So therefore the mass of our silver halides is the sum of those. Then we solve for x, which is 0.00212 grams. And so therefore we can determine the moles of AgCl. That is 0.00212 and AGBR. So now we can calculate the molarity of HCl and the molarity of HBr. HCl molarity is 0.0212. HBr molarity 0.37. And therefore HCl solution has a molarity of 0.0212 and HBr has a molarity of 0.37.